by Kathleen Souza, illustrated by Robidoux. Twinkles of light shone on the white-caped waves as she rolled out of the sea. She began to trudge across the beach as the clouds parted and the moon lit a path for the mother turtle. She made her way to the spot she had been before, the place to which she now returned. She was searching for that perfect stretch of sand for her new nest. It took most of the night as Mother Turtle found her spot, laid her clutch of eggs, and hid them under the sand. Then, exhausted, she returned to the sea. It is several weeks later, and the June moon is rising over the sea. In the warm nest under the sand, a baby turtle and the rest of the clutch seem to waken. He feels snug and secure inside his shell, but the feeling that it is time to move and rise is getting stronger and stronger as he stirs. There are sudden pops and cracks. The warm sand shifts and tiny grains sift by him as he releases from his egg and crawls upward and out, onto the sand and into the air in light of the June moon. The air is damp. It is almost as wet as the sea. The top sand is cool, but Little Turtle is burning with a desire to travel to the glistening horizon of the water, topped by the moon, which is softly rippling at the edge of the sand in the distance. The water is so far away, he thinks. There's nothing but sand and air up here. There's nothing to hold on to. He hesitates. How will I make the long journey and stay safe? As he looks around, he sees other hatchlings appearing from the nest. We were safe in that small place, and now I may never feel that security again. He is saddened by this thought, but his sadness turns to relief when the other hatchlings gather around him as the June moon casts shadows on their small prints in the cool sand. How are we to make it to our ocean home? They ask. We hear the sea, but how can we travel that far and remain safe? They all look toward the bright moon and the shimmering waves in the distance. Little Turtle nods. He also knows that dangers surround them. We have to make a plan for where we are right now and what we have, which is each other. Stay close together. We can travel this distance, but we must depend on one another. We must protect and trust each other. At first he had been afraid. When you are alone, everything feels uncertain. Now, with the hatchlings beside him, he feels courageous and determined. Friendship is real and true when it makes you feel safe. And now Little Turtle feels certain that as long as he and the hatchlings stay together, they can be safe. Little Turtle notices tall, straight sticks that stand around their nest. The wooden sticks are wrapped together and something is hanging from them, gently swaying in the sea breeze. As he looks forward, he also sees some sort of path that leads from their nest to the shore. He is puzzled. It looks like a path made just for the hatchlings. His heart quickens at this new sight. It seems that along with each other, they have more help. This extra help is unexpected, and Little Turtle is excited and grateful. As Little Turtle and the hatchlings move toward the sea, objects that he has not seen before appear along the path. They are small, round bumps close together that seem to form a line and appear to be resting on the sea sand. The hatchlings begin to scurry to the sea, but Little Turtle pauses to examine the objects. We will help you move forward. He hears a voice whisper. The unexpected voice startles him, and he scurries along the sand to catch up to the hatchlings. What was that? Friend or danger? He wonders. As he considers the answer to this question, the air above begins to fill with loud screeching sounds, and there is a whirl of movement. Looking up, he sees a flurry of white feathers glowing in the moonlight, their dark shadows circling below. There is chaos in the movement, sideways, up and down, all around, and it gets closer. Suddenly there is panic as large birds with their mouths wide open dive toward Little Turtle and the group of the hatchlings. But just as quickly, there are loud noises and whistles. Little Turtle watches as some of the bumps leave the edge of the path. The noise grows louder, and there is movement and thumping in the sand. Seagulls, he hears. Don't let them near. Run, wave your arms, make lots of noise. We must protect the turtles. And just as quickly as it had appeared, the screeching and fluttering chaos moves down the sandy shore and into the moonlit night. Although he is still not sure what happened, he knows how frightened it made him feel, and Little Turtle is sure that they have just escaped real danger. The bumps helped keep them safe and moving forward, and he knows now that these are friends. They have helped build a safe path to my future, he realizes. Knowing that these new friends are staying right beside him, encouraging and protecting him, gives Little Turtle the assurance he needs. He sees that many of the hatchlings, also frightened by the commotion, are moving faster, and he and his group are nearing the water's edge. Little Turtle also sees that the bumps have returned to the barrier, and with a sense of confidence and determination, he too scurries to the nearby shore that is glowing in the moonlight. The sparkling water pulls forward and back, waving him on and welcoming him in. Little Turtle watches as the hatchlings in front of him, one by one, disappear into the cool, inviting water. The crests of the waves shimmer in the light of the June moon, and the small turtle shells twinkle among them. They stayed together, and they have made it safely. He feels the tug of a wave, but he hesitates. He takes one last look at the friends behind him and then moves forward with the friends before him. The moonlit waves of that faraway shore are now right in front of him. Little Turtle thinks how lucky they are to have arrived safely. He knows that it was because of the togetherness of the hatchlings and the unexpected help of his new friends. Staying together kept them safe and moving forward, and now his new world is ready and waiting. Little Turtle spreads his small flippers and eases into a gently rippling wave, already imagining himself eating and growing in his near-shore